Hi, I'm Blvkkkvrt, and I'm a singer-songwriter from El Paso, Texas. So what got me into music was just the creativity you can do with it. Like if you have one song, it could be a love song to someone else, and then it's like a heartbreak song to that other person. Also, you can hear like another song or write a song, and it'll sound completely different when put on, an action clip or a drama clip. I just think the overall creativity around it and everything it divides into, it's just a process, and it's just that's what got me into music, was just the creativity of it. What inspired me to do music was, just different things. I wanted to learn how to play piano, so I got into piano class. I wanted to learn how to play guitar, so I asked my uncle how to play the guitar, and then I learned how to produce, and it just built up from there. Of course, I have my inspirations and stuff that I like, an artist that I study, but as far as anything in particular, I couldn't nail it down to one thing. The way that I would describe the music that I create is just, I don't know, just fun. Like, I don't really have an idea. I don't really have a concept. I just, whatever I'm feeling inspired by, that's what comes out of it. My creative process is, there really is no like process that I go with. I just, when I feel inspired, I just put on some headphones, listen to a few beats that other artists send me, or I just go browsing for beats, and whichever one just kind of has that rhythm, that dope bass line, or the drums, the synth that just sounds right with everything combined. That's where I start off with. It's always the bass line that I listen to first. If I had an opportunity to collaborate with somebody, I would probably, if it's someone famous, I would do Post Malone. I love the music that he does. His vocal range is dope. The different styles that he has is dope, and I feel like me and him would do something pretty good. If I can give a message to my fans, it would just be, just hang in there. You know, whether it is that you're waiting for me to do something new, or whether it is something that you're going through, like just hang in there. It'll come. It takes time. Things have a certain process, but it'll happen. So aside from music, I'm also working in the bar industry. It's, for a numerous amount of reasons. I want to learn the ins and outs of it, so that way whenever I have the funds for it, I can open up my own place. Also, it is good money, and so the money that I make within the bar industry, I use it to fund, things like, collabing with producers or artists, traveling here, traveling there, paying for, marketing and stuff like that. The places I've performed, let's see, I've performed at a few places here in El Paso. I started off in I think my first actual show was 2013, 2012-ish. That was at this place called the Percolator. After that, I don't even know, it was just a bunch of other like random bars and like sandwich spots. Um, my most memorable show was when my friend Riot 10, um, he took me to LA and San Diego, and that was his first sold out show, or biggest sold out show, actually, not first. His biggest sold out show at the Palladium in LA, and that was 3,600 people, I believe, and that was probably my most memorable one. I feel the pandemic impacted the music industry greatly. A lot of people were just stuck at home, had nothing to do. I feel like it fueled the whole "we don't need a record label" movement, because so many people, just because of like TikTok alone, blew up off of just one song because it was catchy, and there was creators that went behind it. So I think it just speeded the "we don't need a record label" to do what we want anymore. That movement, I think it really pushed it. The most trouble I ever got myself into was, I plead the fifth on that one. The best advice I've ever been given was to grow a thick skin, because you'll have people that will tell you that you suck, or that your song sucks, or that you can't rap, you can't sing. But it's like, well, I'm learning. Like when I first started, I didn't even know how to be on beat. I had to listen to other rappers and like see when their rhyme word would hit. So I would count syllables, and that's how I learned how to get on beat. I didn't know anything about anything. I just listened to them, and I noticed that when the snare would hit, that's when a rhyme word would hit, or three syllables prior to the snare hit, a rhyme would hit right there, and that's how I learned. Everyone has their own growing speed. So just grow thick skin and just strive to be better. The next move for me is to kind of get back on, the grind that I was on prior to the pandemic. During the pandemic, I was like, let's go. Like, I have so much time on this and this and that. Like, I don't know how much time I'm gonna have, and I just burned myself out. You know, so I've maybe been on like a 3 month break already, where I listen to beats, I listen to ideas I already have, but I haven't really gone in and done anything new. So that's one thing that I want to get back on. That's my next goal, is just to get back on it. And where I see myself in 5 years is, you know, having my own things to do, like, flying out and being the one that is being flown out, and like going to out of town shows, getting booked for out of town venues and events and stuff like that. Having my own place. One thing that I'm really striving for right now, it has nothing to do with the music industry or anything like that, is just to have my own house. So right now, that's like one of the main things I gotta do. And the music and everything else that I mentioned prior, that's all fueling me to get that house. And once I get that goal done, then it's on to the next one. Well, guys, thanks for tuning in. Again, my name is Blvkkhvrt. Be sure to support your own local artist, wherever it is that you live. I'm just one of the many stories in my city alone. I know these were some random questions, but they're to help you understand like where I'm coming from and understand the music that I do. If you want to check out my music, you can go to any streaming platform: Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, SoundCloud at Blvkkhvrt, and that's it. Instagram, Twitter as well. It's Blvkkkvrt, and that's it. You find me there. Thank you.